This is obviously the first time that we've begun today's episode, but we're here with Terra Nullius, episode 38. Wait, what's happening? What? What? You guys are in the same place? What is going on? But seriously, Alyssa, when you were like putting your arm over, it looked just totally natural. Like literally just putting your arm over, it looked like you were just putting your arm in the other screen. Like, the way you did it there didn't look natural, but yeah. Anyway, we're here. We're playing some Terra Nullius, and Emily and Alyssa are in the same place. They're at Emily's apartment. But I don't know about you guys, but I'm really excited for tonight's episode because it has been like 3 weeks, and I just keep making more notes about this episode.
That's worrisome.
I'm ready to go, guys. I'm ready to make some things happen. Are you guys ready?
No, yeah. Honestly.
Not at all? Okay.
I'm underprepared.
Right. I remember this now. Yep. But yeah, so we open with the good old Terra Nullius credits, and we don't get any sort of other scene or anything like that. We just open with whatever Ari wants to do first. It seems like the thing.
Yeah.
Because
the thing I want to do is, as soon as our meeting's over, I wanted to do this with Darius, but Toity will be fine. I wanted to talk to Toity and say, hey, will you tell Mickey what just happened?
Right.
I guess I can give him the gist of it.
The lowdown, okay? He doesn't feel like talking to me right now, so just please tell him.
Okay. So I'll probably give him like the quick spiel of it and everything.
The quick spiel of we're going to the capital and we're gonna kill Irindira and get back this girl that's supposed to be the new god of death.
Yep.
A lot of things were said. You gotta summarize.
You're welcome. Recap time with Ari. Appreciate it.
Thank you. Yeah, we get some blank. So I think it was probably like an actual conversation between Toity and Ari, because we've had a couple of weeks of like filler episode stuff, like side things, and so Ari just like it says that exact thing, right? Like, you're just gonna summarize like this and this and this and this and this, and then it's just like, oh, thank you, audience. Now we know.
And Toy's just like, yeah, I'm gonna summarize.
Okay, I just want to make sure we're on the same page. So I want to do that, and then I want to do 2 other things. Oh, I guess we should do goals first.
That's what I was literally just gonna say. Is I think we get this really short scene with Toity and Ari where they just do some blank exposition. Then we get the roll credits, and while the credits are rolling, let's do goals.
And you like see like the credits are rolling, and you see like in the background like Toity explaining everything.
Right, it's just Toity and Mickey having this conversation, just like, what? What are we doing? Yeah. But yeah, so Toitris Long Blossom. I always want to say Long Blossom, and I don't know why.
Because Long Bottom.
Yeah, we already talked about this before.
So I have
what are your goals?
3 goals.
Mm-hmm.
Make a name for myself on the mainland.
Right.
Then hoop-de-doo.
Hoop-de-doo.
And now we have...
Which is the same hoop-de-doo as before?
I believe so. I actually don't know. Yeah, it's the same hoop-de-doo as before. And now we have floop-de-doo.
Floop-de-doo.
That is so secretive. I don't know
it's
about
true.
you.
So remind me again then. What was the one that you actually said?
Wait, actually?
Because what about make amends with Kitlali? Did you say
that one? Then we kind of... I'm not sure what we want to do with that right now. Because like, there's technically 4 goals I could do. I mean, right now, Toy has no clue what to do with that. Anyway, so he's like, what do I... Like, I'm not going to focus on something that seems impossible right now.
Yeah, make a name for myself on the mainland. That's the one you're still working on. And then... Can you mark on your character sheet for me what... Oh, you have them there right now. Okay, I see them.
Yeah.
So, honestly, I think... Oh, right. Okay, yep, I remember now. Yep. Got it. Remembering secret things. Okay.
Ooh.
Awesome. Okay, I'm just copying them for my own records here.
Sure, just like me and Jordan last week.
Okay, cool. Raya, what goals do you got?
You know, I changed up all my goals, so now it's teach Darius how to read, find out more about the orb, and number 3.
And number 3. Yeah. Hoop-de-doo with Sabu. So. Whoop-de-doo. Yeah, sorry. Cool. Miggy continues to have the same goals of help Raya recover from her loss, marry Ari, and prove myself to the party. Though the second one is a bit of a rough spot.
Minor setback.
Minor setback. But speaking of minor setbacks, Ari.
Rude.
I don't know. I didn't know how to segue that, so.
Apparently so.
Get out of my contract with Lord Navarro. Number 2, train Miggy. And so number 3, I have learn what happened to Samuel. But unfortunately, that goal depends a lot on this one, and if she'll actually let me talk to Samuel.
Mm-hmm.
So the other goal that I think that Ari has in mind, which I still want to do Samuel stuff today, but I just figured maybe this wouldn't be my goal today, is another goal I have is find out more about the capital and come up with a battle strategy.
So yeah. So which one of those? Do you want find more about the capital to be like a step towards coming up with a battle strategy? Or do you want to have the goal be come up with a battle strategy and then you can work towards it when you find out more about the capital? Which one of those would you like? Do you want to break it apart or?
Yeah, that's what I'm trying to figure out. I don't know. That's a good question. Do I want a short-term goal or a long-term goal?
Well, you have 2 long-term goals right now. So
I know. Well, technically I have 3. Learn more about Samuel.
Well, right. Yeah, but yeah, that's kind of like tabled right now. Yeah.
Yeah.
I would just maybe
I
do the
still
short
want
term
to try to do that, and that's the thing though, is that I know this session I'm gonna want to do stuff with that. It's just that I don't know how much, because how can I make a roll towards that right now is my problem. I can't.
Which one?
Because it's her talking to learn.
Oh, Samuel. No. Yeah. I was just referring to like in terms of the because you have get out of my contract with Lord Navarro still, right? Right. And then train Miggy.
Yeah.
Right. And then the question is, do you want to come up with a battle strategy or my question was, do you come up with a battle strategy or find out more about the capital? Because find out more about the capital is a piece of coming up with a battle strategy, so that you would complete that this session for sure, probably. Or you can just come up with a battle strategy, be the next few episodes, right? Like maybe something like that. I'll
do learn more about the capital.
Okay.
I think. But that's the problem, though, is that I feel like.
Actually, the more I'm thinking about how the short term of this, I feel like a lot of this episode might just be
battle strategy.
And then this is a small. Yeah, let's just do that.
Let's just do that. Let's just come up with the battle strategy.
Come up with a battle strategy.
Or what we're gonna do.
Yeah.
But my thing is too is that I don't know that I can really work on my goal of learn what happened with Samuel until after he and I actually get together, because I can't make. The more I think about it, the more I can't make any rolls towards him because she's talking to him.
Yeah, that can be thing with the table unless
Samuel tries to message me first.
Which Samuel doesn't have message though. It's
Sabu does.
It had to be through Sabu, but yeah, he has not as of yet messaged you. So like the jerk face he is. No.
So okay, yeah. Come up with a battle strategy.
Men.
I'm into it. I know. Tell me about it. So, really nothing? No laugh? Okay. Let's see.
It's just so sad.
Wait. There we go.
It's just
okay. So, we got goals squared away, and when Jordan comes, I forgot to mention this, but yeah, Jordan will be here at some point, probably around 9ish, because he has other things. So we will get goals from him when he arrives. So Ari, what do you want to do next?
I want to leave a note for Miggy in our room.
Okay.
Oh, I know.
What's this note say?
I want to say something along the lines of, I know you can't stand to be around me right now, so Buck and I are going to go sleep outside. I'll see you tomorrow in the afternoon for training. I love you.
Ari, you know what that is, right?
Yeah, I do.
You know what kind of roll that is.
Let's see what happens.
Oh boy, here we go. Persuasion rolls with Ari. One of my favorite parts of this campaign.
I'm just gonna, I feel like I should get inspiration, but at the same time, I'm like, I feel like I should also just leave it up to fate.
That's what I do most of the time. Is I would
but it works out for you. Not so much for me.
But it's like, how many times can the dice screw you over? Like, eventually, you have to get a good roll here.
I mean, like, I kind of want it to be a 1, just because.
Wow.
Okay. I'm being honest with everyone. I don't want to lie anymore. I just want to be my true self.
You can see how nervous I get in real life about these things. Okay. 14.
That wasn't a bad roll. Congratulations. See?
Should I go get a confetti popper?
Yeah, let's go get a confetti popper right now.
That's pretty exciting.
Yeah, I mean, gotten one from the beginning.
Yeah.
Like 1 more.
Oh
so there you go. It's a good old 14.
How do you do this thing? You just press it.
Take the stickers off. Okay.
It's real big.
We're actually doing this on stream. Okay.
Oh my gosh! Hold on. I can't take off the stickers quick enough. Ready?
I was expecting something louder.
Congratulations! I'm so proud.
Yay! I'm decently persuasive.
Yeah.
It wasn't a total success, but it also wasn't. Like.
I mean, honestly though, like, yeah, I thought the letter was well written anyway, so I think it would lead Miggy towards sympathy. So, cool.
That's the goal.
Good stuff. Yeah. So you leave that wherever he.
I leave that,
sleeps.
and then I want to attempt to get some new armor. I want to talk to that. What is it? Tovar?
Tohill?
Tohill?
The construct alchemist?
Yeah, I want to talk to him.
Yeah, you want to talk to him?
Oh yeah, I need to get armor too.
Yeah.
Okay, so are Raya and Ari on a shopping expedition?
Well, she's currently.
I'm in a trance.
That's true. That's
true.
So
what I would like, can I just try to do it for the party? Just be like.
Oh yeah. You can do that. Yes, you want to talk to Tohill basically about like provisions and like extra armor and that sort of thing. Okay. Yeah, for sure. So, I think we cut to you find your way to his laboratory, as it were.
Laboratory.
It's not really a laboratory. I mean, it kind of is, but it's kind of not, because laboratories don't exist.
My laboratory.
Does Dee Dee keep? Dang it! I wanted to make the Dexter's laboratory show.
Heard omelette du fromage.
Omelette du fromage.
That's like one of the only episodes of that show I remember.
Me too.
I just have vague impressions of that show. I think I watched it like 2 times.
I'm like.
I only ever watched it was at my cousin's. We didn't have cable, but.
Yeah, same. So let me drag you to this map. So Ari, you find yourself in another part of the whole sitch.
It's all black.
Can you see, Melissa?
Let me see.
Can you see stuff?
No.
Awesome.
I cannot.
Because as usual, I didn't mark has sight on your character sheet. Can you see now?
Nope. Yes.
Okay.
There I am. The corner.
Yes. So you walk into this room and you see Tohill. And he's fiddling with 2 clay golems like the ones you found before.
Right.
And this is what Tohill looks like. He is a young fire genasi. He has like a gold, band necklace. He's wearing like red clothing, like a red coat. His hair is just flickering back vibrantly. He has a clean shaven face, and he seems to be like fiddling. He's like bowels deep in this clay golem. Like he's right in it, just like messing with stuff and fixing things. You're not entirely sure what he's doing. But yeah, I mean, you walk in the room and you see him do this. What do you do? What do you say?
I just let out like a really loud cough.
Yeah. So we hear him go, and he like pulls himself out of the stomach of this thing, and he looks at you and he says, you're Ari, is it?
Ari Armani. Yes.
Ari Armani.
Totally awkwardly like shake his hand.
Yeah. Good to meet you. And he like shakes your hand.
Do they have shaking hands in this culture?
He seems confused as to why you're doing it, but he just kind of goes with it. Yeah, he says, you're the ranger, yeah, like Akna, that whole nature explorer sort of a thing. Awesome, cool, awesome. What can I help you with?
And I kind of like point out like the arm, like I kind of like point at my armor, and I'm like, anything you can do about this?
Right, because it's like ruined by oozes and on fire by fire elementals. Yeah, it's been through a lot. Yes. Yeah. So I think he says, do you need me to fix it, or do you want me to just get you something new?
I don't care. If newer is better, then let's just go with that. Newer
is always better.
I mean, sure. I think Raya and does Darius or Tweety need it? I don't remember.
Darius. I can't wear armor.
Darius. Yeah, Darius had like plate mail though, which I don't think they have here.
Yeah, but I think he. Oh no, you have -2 to yours.
I have chainmail -2.
But yeah, -2. Yeah.
So it's just like regular armor.
Yeah. So he says, so you need some sort of hide or leather or something like that, yeah?
I mean, as long as I can still shoot arrows with it comfortably.
Right. So flexibility, maneuverability, that sort of thing. Awesome. Party member. So this Raya you mentioned, Raya and Darius. What are we looking at for them? What do they need?
Well, Raya's a cleric. She wears pretty heavy armor. Honestly,
okay.
It's kind of annoying though because she sucks at stealthing.
I can understand that. Yeah, I've been around my fair share of noisy companions.
It is annoying, huh?
Yeah.
So I mean, if you could fix that, that'd be great. She probably would need something heavier than me because she tends to get hit a lot. And she's a little weaker than me, so.
Okay, all right. So this is just between you and me then. Yeah, she's weaker than you. Yeah, got it. All right.
Wow.
Darius then.
Darius is very strong. He can handle himself, but he also tends to wear heavier armor than I do.
Okay, all right. So like big warrior type sort of a thing. So this Raya is like a turtle in a shell. You take her out of the shell and she's useless. But this Darius, exactly. He's like a bear, but like you put armor on a bear. Actually, do they have bears in South America?
I don't.
Let's say jaguars. Like Darius is like a jaguar. Like you put battle armor on a jaguar, it's still a freaking jaguar, right? Like.
Have you ever put battle armor on a jaguar?
No. And then he gets his look on his face. He's like, "Oh, I want to try it though."
I'll hunt you down a jaguar one of these days.
Oh well, Akana already has a jaguar, so I could just ask her. No, actually, she wouldn't let me touch her jaguar. Yeah, maybe you can give me a jaguar sometime. That would be cool. Yeah.
Maybe.
So,
how long will that take?
Depends on. So this is for the expedition. I think I've heard just a tiny little bit about what we're.
If we're gonna go to the capital, we're gonna need better.
Yes. We don't want you to send you in half naked. No, nothing like that.
No, because I certainly came in here half naked, and I don't think people really like that.
I mean, I didn't.
Oh my gosh!
No comment.
What did you say, Alyssa?
It's just like confused, like what?
Yeah. He just like moving on. So leather, heavier. Would you all be willing to try a sort of experiment for me?
We are Edibles and he is Edna mode.
What is it? She's just kind of like.
Well, so if you noticed, my work is particularly done with magical constructs and clay. So I have been working on a suit.
Iron Man, Clay Man.
So you say that, but like, he said, I've been working on a suit. It's made out of magical clay. Turns out clay is wonderful to work with if you can enchant it, because you can shape it really well, and then if you enchant it, it's virtually unbreakable. So what do you think it would work better if Darius wore it or Raya? This experimental magical clay armor that may blow up.
Darius.
Yes. That was my thought as well.
I mean, as much as I care more about Darius and don't want him to blow up, he can handle it. She can't.
Now, let me tell you, no blowing up has actually occurred yet, but that is because I haven't used it yet. So, it's up in the air here.
Well, that's something you'll have to talk to Darius about. I don't know how much he really wants to be an experiment. I think try it, certainly. Darius is always one to try things, at least.
Okay. Sorry, what was the last thing you said?
Creepy. No, I was just saying Darius is always one to, like, try things.
Okay, a risk taker.
Especially if it means, like, protecting us, so.
Protective type, wants to take risks to protect his friends. Those sorts of people are the best sorts of people to try out experimental armor. And, just in general, I guess, too.
I take it you're that kind of person?
Oh, well, I don't want to brag about. No. You can... I am who I am. So... I'll get you some leather. It will take a little bit to figure out the fitting here. Here, real quick. And he goes over and grabs, like, what would they use to measure things in a Mesoamerican society?
Yeah, maybe like some leaves or something.
Strings.
Yeah, like string or something. Yeah, so he
like
just...
like a small, like...
He grabs, like, a piece of twine, and he goes over to you. And, yeah, he starts to, like, try to, like, measure things. Thing is, I think he's being a little handsy about it. What would you do?
Check?
What?
I don't even know if Ari would really.
Yeah. Make an insight check. Yeah.
Okay. Oh no!
Oh no!
There's the crit fail we were looking for.
Yep. Crit fail 6.
Normally I'm so good at insight.
Oh no!
Oh, I have no idea. I'm just like whatever. Okay.
Yeah.
Which is, you've never been fit for things before.
It's true.
So, well, actually, Navarro we probably had something, but
yeah,
I mean, yeah,
not like Raya. Raya would not be having that.
And honestly, I don't know that Ari really cares. I mean, well, nah, she wouldn't let people get fancy with her. No, you're right.
But it's the thing is, like, with that crit fail insight,
right,
it's like this is part of the thing. Like I guess you have to let him do this. Yeah.
Yeah. No, whatever. I have no idea.
Yeah, and after he finishes, he looks like a man who has gotten away with something that he shouldn't have, and he's just like all right, cool.
I mean, I'm not good with people, so
yeah, it's totally true.
I have no idea.
So he says, "I'll have that for you soon." Anything else I can do for you? So clay armor for Darius. I'll work on something for Raya. I'm not sure. We don't really work with metal too much here, unfortunately. The UNT are more in that technological area of expertise, but I can try something. I can work with something. I'll figure it out. I'll do that. I'll figure it out.
She just nods and says, "Thank you." If you need anything else, just I'll be around.
Sure. Yeah, I'll touch base if you need to do another fitting or anything like that. Yeah, sure.
Yeah. I think she just.
Yep. Sure.
We just see him in the background, like.
Oh. Yep. Cool. Awesome. That was a fun introduction to this character.
He's a pervert, apparently. All right, cool.
He's a pig.
Squishy desu.
Probably doesn't touch very many girls, I'm assuming.
Probably not.
because he's kind of weird. So I don't think the girls like him.
No, you have psychoanalyzed him. Good job. Yeah.
You're welcome.
Yeah. So yeah. What's next for
and then I want to talk to the giant, but I feel like.
Oh yeah, right, sure. Tweety or Raya, yeah.
And I can do that in the morning, like we can, yeah.
Anything going on?
I mean, I'm assuming I'm still with, however you pronounce that guy's name.
Keezing.
Keezing.
Yeah.
I'm assuming I don't know how much, if he has other stuff for me to do to try and figure out.
Well, yeah, like what else would you want? What else would you ask him about?
Do I want to do it at the same night, though?
I don't know. I don't know about this. I would ask what he thinks I should do. If there's like any other rituals or anything that he knew that helped, that like his family has passed down, because it's really like at the point where it's like I don't know what I don't know.
Right.
Like Raya just has no clue and knows that there's a lot of stuff that could be done, but she's just like, I'm kind of at the edge of what I've been able to figure out.
Yeah. So I know that so he's helped you with his ritual to unlock your talents. He has basically set you up with a lifetime supply of drugs. And yeah. And I think I'm trying to think of let me look at my notes here. Anything for this? Yeah, so I think he walks you through, since you had that conversation about the drugs, I think he walks you through a mental process by which to, when you're under the influence of these drugs, to make your abilities more potent. So wow. I think that's kind of what we see from Raya as we zoom in on this scene. We see him walking you through this like mental process, this like inner sort of meditative sort of thing, mind. I'm trying to think of the better word for this.
Mind palace.
Not that exactly, but like I don't want to say like a mind game, but like a mind exercise, like an exercise, yeah. To help you like channel the effects of the drugs into the part of your brain that will help you do this magic better, right? So I think I want Raya to make an intelligence save.
Okay. Let's see. Where's my name? There's my name.
Because right now you're high, and you are now like going through this process to like try to channel this.
Intelligence save. Okay.
Yeah. 10. Interesting. Okay, 10. So what would you try to do? Like if he's like, okay, now focus on one of the talents and channel your mind, channel it through, channel the energy of the poultices into the part of your mind that works out the talents.
I would try and do the Ring of the Ram thing.
Okay. On what?
On
him.
I don't know. Like, what's in the room
I need
around?
A punching bag.
Yeah. Is there like something that I could just do that's like sitting? Is there like a cushion or something on the floor of the room?
Yeah, sure.
That I could like hit it against, I guess.
Yeah.
Right.
Because you can like destroy an object with this, right?
I mean, it works like Ring of the Ram, so it's.
Well, no. So there's two things you can do with it. You can hit it.
Attacks. Yeah.
And you can also just destroy an object.
My attack, but it can push.
Alternatively, you can spend 1 to 3 of the ring's charges as an action to try to break an object you can see within 60 feet of you that isn't being worn or carried. So
sure,
that's another thing.
I'll try and break something in the room.
Because you could just like push, but like there's a bunch of things in this room, right? Like,
I'll pick something that looks like it could be cool to break.
Something that could be cool to break.
Yeah.
Or something that he wouldn't want to be broken, because those would be two separate things.
No, not something that he wouldn't want to be broken, but something that would be like, this shows that it's really strong or something. Like, if there's like a shelf or something without anything on it, or
okay, sure, yeah,
something that shouldn't be easily broken.
All right. Yeah, so I think, let's see. I just closed this and I shouldn't have. Ring makes a strength check with a +5 bonus for each charge you spend. Okay, cool. Do you want to make a strength check for me? And then add +30 to whatever you're doing, to whatever you roll.
38.
Okay. So
What?
you break the wall. So
Is the wall made of stone?
Yes. So you totally obliterate the shelf, but then the wall behind it cracks. And this is like solid bedrock, and you cause a huge crack down the middle of it. And like dust falls from the ceiling, and like there's a moment where you're just like, oh my gosh, I'm gonna be buried alive in this cave. But then like the dust settles, and then Kizine looks at you, and he says, well, that worked very well. And then Raya, you aren't high anymore. You can sense that the drugs aren't affecting you.
Ooh.
You burned them away as you did this.
So I'm gonna need a bigger supply of drugs. That's what I'm hearing.
So let me get this straight. Raya is now a mage that gets her power from being stoned.
Pretty much, yep.
Well, now I know if I get high and then I want to be not high anymore,
You just have to use it.
I just need to use the drugs with the orb.
Yes, but as of right now, this is like intense levels of power, and you haven't been able to control them yet. So it's you can definitely
fine.
Yeah. So that's the stipulation here, right? Because you got a pretty low on that intelligence save.
Punch somebody's face and kill them right now.
Yeah, probably.
So she's like Midoriya.
Theoretically, I could do that
yes.
before if they weren't very strong.
Or Deck is just his nickname.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, you're a little like
and
Decky right now.
also, just of note, at this point, after that, I have used my 3 Ring of the Ram charges from the orb.
Mm-hmm.
So I don't know how it, and I don't know how it recharges or anything.
Yeah, that's true.
So at that point, then I'd be like, do you know how to get the powers back if you, like, I try and explain to him, like, so from what I can tell, that was the last time I could do that thing. Do you know any way for me to be able to do it more?
Yeah, he thinks for a moment, and he says, tell me, what did you feel when the drugs, when you channeled them? Did anything change in your psyche, and how did it feel? What did you do with it? Exactly.
Well, and like Raya stops serving because I feel like she wouldn't want to admit that she's done the drugs many times before, that it just kind of felt like the normal thing that she feels when she just feels like, good and high.
Felt pretty good and high, yeah.
Yeah. So instead just kind of goes, well, when I did that, it was kind of like hazy and free, and then kind of with the mind exercises, it was like the haziness traveled to a different part of my mind, and then lots of power, and it was all gone.
Interesting. So you used it, and you like burned it away in your bloodstream, basically, right?
Sure.
From my study, that sounds like what was happening there. So my thought would be, if there's power that you can use to channel into these abilities, you might be able to use the substances to store the energy without releasing it instantaneously. Maybe we could try something like that. You can take a little bit more, and then we can try to...
Oh, yes, that sounds like a great idea. I'll try that.
Okay. Make a con save.
With advantage.
I swear! Oh my goodness.
Crit 22. Oh my gosh. All right. Raya is like so good with drugs. So yeah, Raya, you're totally fine.
20s has Raya done
a lot. Too many.
3,
That's gonna be in the new like drinking thing. How many natural 20s does she get when using drugs?
Yeah.
A lot of them.
So
get some coffee.
Yeah, I mean, so you're pleasantly high, and yeah, what do you want to try to do? Like he kind of explained it, right? He's like, you could probably try to like store it in yourself, like basically you burn away the drug, but then keep whatever power still inside yourself instead of like shutting it out.
So I try and like go back to the place in my mind with the mind exercise that I was before, and think about like the strength that the orb gave me, but don't try and like use it against something. I just try and like meditate on the strength, I guess.
Okay. Yeah, make an intelligence save.
There you go.
16.
So I think you feel it's almost as if you're thinking about a popsicle really hard, and you're like staring at it, and it's like it's sitting in the sun, right? Like you're holding it, it's in the sun, and you feel like the popsicle is dripping onto your fingers, and you feel like it should be sinking into your skin, but it's not. It's just like going off your hand and dripping onto the ground. It's like that. You can feel the energy melting into some other thing. You can feel the drugs melting into some energy, right? But it's not like soaking. It's not like going somewhere. It's just kind of like dripping off of you and then into nothingness.
Just one question though. What's a popsicle for Raya?
That was an analogy for us, the audience.
I know. I don't even know what ice is. Okay, so
yeah, you know, you have an idea of what you might be able to do, but like so far it's not quite working.
I look to Kizane. Is that how he says it?
Kizane, yeah.
Kizane. And I say, I don't think that quite worked. Do you think, should I try again, or should we wait?
Let's wait on that. I think the more I'm thinking about it, it may be dangerous. The amount of power you broke the wall. I don't want you to try to store that if it's going to hurt you. Yeah, and this might be a thing that you have to ease into.
Okay.
But yeah, so keep practicing. Keep working on this. Is there anything else I can do for you? I
guess I take more of this with me so I can practice.
So Raya, is this legit you just like trying to be sneaky and like get some drugs, or are you gonna legit practice?
I think not just practice. Like I think I'm going to practice, but not strictly practice. There's also maybe some recreation that's gonna go on.
Okay, well I think I think your role from earlier will carry, because this is technically the same scene. So you can ask him for that, and he will give you a bit of drugs, not a whole bunch because they're like making some now, but yeah, the stuff, anything he has left over. So
perfect,
cool. Raya uses drugs to cause magical effects. Awesome. I mean, I totally like foreshadowed this from the very beginning of stuff we learned about the orb. So unfortunately, Raya is just also using them for recreation. So.
Unfortunately.
Well,
why did you use that word?
I don't know. I don't know. I don't know why I would do that. Who knows?
I think because we all do drugs in our real life, right? Yeah.
Hashtag don't do drugs, people. So Raya, I think as you're making your way back to wherever you're gonna go,
I can proudly carry these drugs back to my room.
Yeah.
Don't even hide.
So I think you I think you run into Zaman. the oracle on your way back. And he's just kind of like leaning against the wall near the hallway that like leads to your guys' like block of rooms. And he says, Raya, just the person I was looking for. I have something I wanted to discuss with you. If you have a moment, if you're in the middle of something, of course, we can talk about this later. But
oh no, I think I'm done. Could we? Is it okay if we stop by my room?
Of course, yes.
I can drop this off.
What is that?
It's I don't know what it's called, but Susan gave it to me to help with power stuff with the orb.
Yes. Channel the energy and sort of thing. Yes, of course. Okay, good.
So much judgment right now.
Yeah, so you go ahead and drop that off, and then like, is this like a situation where you like guys go somewhere else to talk, or you just like talking in front of the rooms, or what?
I mean, I'm fine with talking wherever. I don't know if it's a matter that can be spoken about in the open.
Yeah, I think it's probably something. So maybe you just stay in the room then, because I think he maybe just like leans against the wall again, like back against the wall, and he just says, "What are you going to do with the eye?"
The eye?
The crystal ball you're carrying in your satchel right now. It's a dangerous item, Raya.
Oh, this? And I like pull out the drift globe because I really don't know what I've never heard of it referred to as. I don't know what's the eye.
No, you know that's its name. Yeah, the eye which sees into the void. Yeah. I mean, you could still pull out the drift globe because that would be hilarious.
Yes, I will pull out the drift globe and have it like float.
Yeah, and he rolls his eyes and he says, Raya, I'm an oracle. I saw this coming.
Oh, this one? I pull out the real eye.
Yeah. Yeah, and I think he just kind of like, it's just kind of like staring at you like a kind of like a penetrating gaze. And he says, what are you going to do with it?
I mean, it's used for scrying.
Mm-hmm.
So.
You're just going to spy on everyone? Is that your plan?
Well, I'm trying to use it to keep track of what's going on at our base camp.
Mm-hmm. Of course.
And now I can use it to try and figure out what's going on with the capital.
Fair. Yes, of course. Do you know what it is?
Kind of like leave it with that.
Do you know what it is?
What did I see when
you saw like a floating island in space with a pedestal, and the eye which sees into the void was like on this pedestal.
It was in like space. Oh, here we go. I don't really know a lot about it. Just that it can scry. Also, I have to sleep more.
Mm-hmm.
Which is strange.
Raya, it's called the eye which sees into the void for a reason.
Am I supposed to look into the void? I don't.
You could if you wanted to. I'm here to give you a warning. You might find more than you're looking for if you use that. I've seen some things. Things I can't really speak of, or else you know how time works. I don't want to change things exactly. But Raya, whoever holds that is going to play a not so pleasant part in the things that are going to come here in a little while. I think it might be better if I held on to it.
Insight.
Yeah. Oh my gosh, crit 27.
7? Do you have anything to tell me, Caleb?
Yeah, I have a few things to tell you.
You want to message me?
Zaman is a very complicated man, but you've just seen through all of his layers. So, on one level, he truly believes what he's saying, right? On one level, he's worried because he has seen some horrible crap, and he's worried that a lot of things are that this crystal ball is at the center of them, and he has like a legitimate concern that you're gonna die by holding this thing. But he also just wants it. He thinks that if he has it, that he can control whatever the future is gonna be for this thing, because he's an oracle, so he can see this coming. And he thinks that if he has it, that no one else has to die, and that he can like figure it out. But like he has seen something horrible in the future with this thing, and he has a legitimate concern for you. But you know, he's also
so he
selfish.
Wants it, but he like his motivations are like he wants it to try and protect other people.
He wants it to try to protect other people, and because you know he's just a human, you know, not a human being exactly, but you know, a sentient being who has thoughts and feelings, and he's selfish like anyone else. It's a complicated web of motivations, but you see right through him.
She sees Raya through him.
Wow.
Barely speak 2 words this session so far. And
I just kind of look at him and just go, come on. I think I'm already pretty wrapped up in this as the guardian anyway. I don't really see the point in adding more people to this mess.
Yeah.
I feel like it can honestly be helpful in what we're about to do.
Oh, I'm not denying that, Raya. Might be more helpful than even you can handle. Don't say I didn't warn you.
From what you're saying, if I was going to even say that to anybody, it would be too late, so won't hear it from me.
Pretty much, sure. By the way, you might want to talk to Toity about, well, you can scry anywhere. He came to me, and I don't really know why exactly. It was a little confusing to me because I knew you had the eye, and I knew he knew that you had the eye. So for some, and I'm telling you this in confidence because I think, again, that you're trustworthy, and I think that you are a great guardian. I would have picked you personally.
Does he really think that?
He does.
My insight.
Yeah, he does.
I wouldn't have said that.
Yeah, he would have picked you. But he says, Toity didn't want to share this with you for some reason, but I felt like you should know it. He's worried about his mother, his deceased mother, well, with the undead thing happening.
I was hoping to reveal that, but that's fine.
Yeah, this guy was, so the thing is, right, like, he wanted the eye, but barring that, he wanted to maybe, like, introduce just a little bit of, like, chaos in the situation. But, yeah, he says, he's worried about his mother, might becoming an undead monstrosity. He wanted me to scry on her. I told him that you have to do something, like, we can trade favors for favor, but honestly, I just don't care. She's fine. Wow. She's not an undead monstrosity. I already looked. He's beating himself up for no reason. You can tell him if you want to. For some reason, I thought it was odd that he didn't just go to you first. So,
why are you telling me this?
Because when you're me, Raya, you do things
when you're so important
that don't make sense to anyone but you. And sometimes that's okay. Because I know some things that I just think it was for the best that I tell you this.
Did Toity technically know you could
think it was the best to tell me this?
Yeah.
Or did he just want to...
Wants us to confront Toity about
I mean, it's kind of mysterious, right? It's kind of esoteric. The way he's being very mysterious about this. He obviously saw something in the future that, like, made him want to tell you this, but whether or not it's hard to read his motivations exactly on that.
It's hard to read with a 27.
This is a different thing. But, like, you can make another roll if you want.
With insight?
Yeah. 16. Yeah, it's hard to, because he's being very, like, I think before he was kind of putting himself out there a little bit, but he's specifically, like, being very vague with anything he's saying right now with this whole situation.
Whatever. I'm through with him.
I'm over.
I need to go scry and find out what's happening with all the men in my life.
Okay.
Oh, but with the one man?
Excuse me, Cebu. Navarro. The guy who's captaining that ship who brought them over here. That's
Faustino.
Yeah, that guy.
So as Raya goes to, like, so I think the last thing we get from Zaman is he just says, I wish you well, Raya. Truly. You can come to me anytime if you have a question about... I don't really know why you'd come to me, but just, I don't know, offer out there. I'm here. I'm an ally. That's all I'm saying. All right.
Well, if I ever am ready to endanger more people.
If you see something...
Say something.
Yes. I don't... Has someone... What did I hear that before? And then he just, like, walks away.
Cool.
So, but before we see Raya's scrying scene, I think, Toity, let's pick up with your conversation with Miggy. Right? So you've just summarized the whole thing for Miggy. He seemed very troubled. And he looks at you. I think you guys are, like, I don't know, somewhere outside the sanctum, just in, like, on a ruined like wall or something, right? And Miggy just says, so let me get this straight. We're going to march into the capital of a UNT protectorate, rescue the divinely blessed offspring of the first Genasi woman who was somehow captured, and she was the one who was sent to find us in the first place and steal the orb from us, or, you know, I don't know, talk to us at the very least. But she got captured by Arendira, this snake woman, this incredibly powerful queen or whatever, and we're supposed to have the strength and the cunning and the weapons to not only save her, but kill what basically amounts to a snake goddess, and then use her fading life energy to make Nahuatl ascend to be the new god of death. Is that about it?
Pretty much. I've kind of gotten used to things being like this.
It is a good thing that I'm not a Christian anymore, because that sounded like a load of pagan mumbo jumbo to me.
Yeah, once the god of death died, I don't know anymore. Let's just put it that way.
Cool. Awesome. So, when are we leaving?
That's really not up to me, and I'm not quite sure. As soon as they say, I guess.
So we're, like, I don't know, preparing. How are we gonna do this, Toity?
That's a good question.
Are they sending an army with us? Are we doing a full frontal assault? We're sneaking in? How can we sneak in? Have you heard Raya?
I'm not saying I know myself. All I know is that it's the task we've been given, and we do it or die.
But why is it the task that why are we doing it? Like, can't we just say no? Can we just say nope? Let's try something else that won't get us all killed?
Do you have any suggestions of getting a new god of death? Because I don't.
I don't know. You got me. I don't know.
Let's not go serious right now.
Toity. Oh, what a mess we found ourselves in.
Pretty much.
So you're just going. You're just like, let's go. Let's do it. That's your motivation. You're just like, sounds good to me.
What else am I supposed to do?
I don't know. You always seemed like you had a good self-preservation instinct. This is suicide.
Well, it's suicide one way or the other, the way I see it. We die by the mission, or we die by not completing it. Someone has to. And if
don't they have a bunch of like really powerful magic users and like warriors and things? Like, why are we doing this? Is it just because Rai's the guardian or whatever it is?
I think so. And for some reason, the Oracle thinks that we're the ones to do it. Their biggest, baddest warriors, apparently the exact one that they were sending after us and is now captured.
Right. That's what I'm saying, though. Like, if she got captured, how are we even supposed to stand a chance against this?
I have an idea of something I want to do.
Mm-hmm.
What?
I'm
gonna do that shit.
Give me a second.
Oh.
Magic.
You're not doing much fun. Okay. Next time,
Dang it. What was the last thing you said again?
Just for the shatter spell.
Like, how are they expecting us to do it?
Right, like, their most powerful warrior got captured. Like, how are we supposed to do this?
Dang it, I kind of want to try something. You said we're outside, right?
Yeah.
Do I see a bird or something nearby?
Sure, yeah, you see a toucan.
You had to make it something that's cute.
Kevin's just like, sure.
I mean, we're in Brazil, guys.
Dude, wait, where is said toucan?
On a nearby tree.
Oh no, I was thinking like something in the middle of the. Is that okay? Because essentially, this is what actually. Wait, let me check my inventory. I know exactly what I want to do. I just need to figure out how I'm doing it. Oh, frick! I closed it. Where'd it go? What's in my inventory? I'll just take some old moldy rations there or something out of my bag, or I'll look to the toucan. I'll just kind of focus on it, point my hand at it, and just cast burning flame on it. Essentially,
burning hands.
Burning. Oh no, what's it? I thought. Wait, is it burning hands?
Produce flame.
Produce flame.
I thought I may have read it wrong.
Those are the two ones that
you got from the cloak. Burning hands. I'll just cast produce flame and throw it at the toucan, essentially. And I'll turn to say, I imagine something along those lines.
Yeah, so we see Toity conjure flame out of thin air, throw it at this toucan, and then he looks back to Miggy and says this, and we just see Miggy's eyes widen, and then we get a shot of Toity, and his whole head is just on fire as he's saying this. So he's just like looking at Miggy, just like, I imagine it would be something like that, and his hair is on fire.
And that's to say, I noticed it. I kind of notice it's doing that again.
Yes. It doesn't seem to hurt though.
I'll just kind of like wipe it off, trying to like.
Yeah, if you do that, it just like goes away.
Look, I'm not saying I understand. I'm not saying I like it either. But it's the task we've been given, so buck it up or go back home.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, do you want to make an intimidation check, Toity?
Gosh.
Wait, oops, I just closed my character sheet.
Sounds like what that was.
Wait, I need to message you something real quick, Caleb, because this might affect it.
Got it.
Actually, wait, no, I don't think it'll matter. No, it won't affect anything. Never mind. Oh, frick.
8, awesome. Okay. So, Miggy looks at you and he says, "It looks like what it's going to have to come down to, isn't it?" Have you heard what Ari has been saying? Raya too, I think.
Okay, remind me, because honestly, I'm trying.
I don't think they talked to you about this, right?
We haven't. That's what I was trying to in the morning.
Yeah, it's a good point. Like, no, but she told me to talk to you about this.
They're abandoning Navarro.
Okay,
we're just giving up on him.
The man tried to kill me.
Yeah, and he realized he's like talking to the wrong person. And he's just like, dang it.
Like realize this. I meant him no ill will, but as soon as he came after me, he kind of dashed any respect I had for him. Can't take a joke, then if something happens to him, I will have no loss of sleep.
We had a job, Toity.
We've had lots of jobs. Didn't exactly go quite as we expected.
I love you, Toity.
Toity, okay, I want to say at this point, in this moment, since we've already revealed that, actually, I'm going to go for some inspiration, because this is actually the entire thing. This is supposed to be revealed at some dramatic moment, but Caleb has taken that away from me, so I'll do it now.
I'm sorry.
Caleb already knows, but essentially what happened is the whole reason Toity originally came to Lord Navarro was his mother was sick, and he decided, okay, what I'm going to do is I'm going to go and try and be a diplomat or get some job at the palace to get money to send back home to his mom so she could get the treatment she needed. And right when he went to go to talk to Lord Navarro, they didn't want him. He left. So he left, and right as he got out of essentially failing the interview, he found out his mother had passed away. And it made him like so sorrowful and so full of grief that it's actually what triggered his magical ability. And he like was playing at that point, like playing like a dirge for his mother on his bagpipes. And that the magic of that actually is what convinced him to like actually take him on as a bard.
Right. Sure.
So I don't know if I'll need it, but now can I have inspiration for revealing that now?
Yeah.
So that's when he says like we all had jobs to do. Like his entire job was to leave home to provide for his mother, and he failed.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. So I think what was the last thing that was being said?
He said we had jobs to do. It was like we all had jobs to do.
Right.
I haven't worked out too well.
Mm-hmm. So he says, Ari wants to just switch sides, go with this Faustino character.
Do I know about Faustino?
I didn't tell him. I just told him it was another lord.
Did you? You didn't tell him it was Faustino?
I listened back to that conversation. Trust me.
Are you positive?
I'm positive. I did not say it was Faustino. I just said another lord.
Just the new guys, yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. So
that team new guys.
Yeah, team new guys. Yeah. Okay. So he says, she wants to. They're. Did you hear Ari swearing and screaming the other day? When she found out the thing.
Why are you telling him all my personal crap?
Because you guys had a fight and he needs to work it out.
Well, I heard there was lots of screaming. I wasn't quite sure why it was happening.
Yeah, he says, she found out that someone she loved when she was a child is still alive, and apparently he is with some people coming to the new world, and they just want to switch sides because I don't even know. It just seems like a whim to me. But of course, you don't care because you hate Navarro. So I don't even know. I don't hate Navarro. Yes, you do.
Maybe a little bit. Yes. But the way I see it, I will pledge my allegiance to the one that doesn't want my head on a platter.
Well, Navarro doesn't anymore.
We'll see about that. He seems to be a little temperamental if he can't even take a joke. Does Mickey knows all? Does Mickey know what happened? Actually,
yeah,
he would know at this point. Yeah. That's right.
He says, "Tweety, I just don't know what to do."
Yeah, neither do I. That's why I'm just kind of rolling with the punches at this point. Look, we've got directions coming at us from every direction. Gotta go somewhere. And right now...
New quote from Tweety.
The way I see it right now, there are people who want to be our allies, and there are people who have wanted to kill us since we landed here. I'll take the allies over the enemies.
Make a persuasion check.
Oh, I'm good at those.
Tweety has such good persuasion. Please change his mind.
Yes. 20.
An unnatural 20, but a 20 nonetheless.
You rolled a 9. What's wrong with you?
Tweety's slightly disgusting with it.
A little bit, yeah.
It's kind of revolting.
So I think he just sighs really loudly. You're right. Of course. None of us know what we're doing. We're all just rolling with the punches. I'm so stupid. I'm sorry, I have a conversation that I have to do, and then he just walks away.
I have a conversation I have to do.
He doesn't say that. He says, I have a conversation I have to have.
With who exactly?
I gotta go do this conversation.
I have to apologize to Ari, he says as he walks away.
Okay.
For a room to find my very apologetic note, kind of. I didn't apologize necessarily. I was just like, I know you can't stand to see me right now, but yeah, no.
I think at this point, Tori would probably go wandering around, just seeing if he can. I don't know at this point.
I think what happens, Toity, is I think you end up at the same little statue outside the entrance that you were talking with Zaman before. Mm-hmm. And Zaman comes up from behind you, and he says, "Hey."
Hello?
Have you thought about it?
I told you I would talk to you more about it when we got back.
Don't bother. She's fine. He just comes and sits down next to you.
Tori's just like, he sits down like, thank goodness. She's the entire reason I'm here. To know that she was like that would just make it all pointless.
I know. So, why didn't you want to talk to this about Raya? Or talk to this with Raya? Talk about this.
Okay, now I'm curious. Did Toity actually knew she could scry?
I don't think so.
I don't think so. And maybe he just didn't know.
The only person she told is me.
Yeah, I was like, why would I talk to Raya about
things? I tell them.
Yeah, and he thinks about it, and he was just like,
oh, what does the crystal ball do? Does it scry? Like, who would...
Yeah, he thinks about it, and he's just like, are you really that stupid?
I'm gonna roll insight to see what the heck he means.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, you think about it for a moment, and you're like, Raya has a crystal ball. And then you realize something that you should have realized a long time ago.
Look, Raya doesn't tell us a lot about the things.
Oh, believe me, I know. I know.
It wasn't until recently we knew the orb. We even like went inside of it. And
that was a fascinating conversation, by the way. I love how she just blurted that out in the middle of everyone.
Is this Caleb or Zaman?
No, that was Zaman. I mean, Zaman is a little like me. Let's be real.
Was a joke, but yes,
I mean, that's true.
Like, look, I didn't know that. Maybe I should have thought of it earlier, but...
All right. I thought it was he had some sort of ulterior motives or something. All right, that's fine. Well,
Can I roll another insight? Or does that carry over?
Yeah, what do you want to know? What are you trying to insight?
I'll message you.
Oh my gosh, let's have more secret. Yeah, you guys don't know.
Zaman? Nothing.
Okay, so that's all I'm like, okay.
Hey, I've never had a conversation with him about this. Yeah.
Okay, so I'm just making like, okay, that's weird for him to say, but okay.
Yeah, and I think he says, oh, by the way, Tohill wanted to talk to you. He's the construct guy that we have here.
Okay.
Just, that's actually why I came here. So, he asked me to find you.
Okay.
Right. Have a nice day. Bye. And he leaves.
As he's walking away, I'm just like, that guy is thinking to myself, I'm like, that man is very strange.
And so we cut immediately from that. We hear that thought bubble, and then you're standing in front of Tohill, and you've just had like you've heard him like say about like two long paragraphs of like things you have no idea what he's talking about. He's talking about like constructs and like waves and like weird things like that. And then maybe we get a thought bubble from Troy. He's like, actually, this guy is much more weird, sort of a thing, right? Like, but yeah, so he's going on and on about something that you're not understanding.
I'm confused. What in the blue blazes are you talking about?
Blue blazes. That's an interesting curse word. I've never heard that one before. Basically, what I'm trying to say, Toity. Can I call you Toity? Do you prefer something else?
Sure, Toity, whatever. Just what are you trying to say?
You messed up my golems. How did you do that?
Oh, they already know about the Serpent's Glory, so he's like, with this?
See, I'm very familiar with the Serpent's Glory, and it can't do that. Sorry.
Well, it did?
No, it didn't. What did you do? You tapped into the network. How did you do that? How did you do that, Toity? And he gets up right close to you and like whispers in your ear.
I like to back up. Like, to be honest, I'm not quite sure, but it did feel rather weird.
I imagine it would be breaking into the psychic network of the minds that I've artificially created for these clay golems of mine. But yeah, little ticked at you that you sent them to die. But because they got destroyed by Yuan-Ti, so thank you for that. But we're not here to talk about this water under the bridge. It's fine. What I'm here to talk about is how did you break them? Because I really need to know that. I need to shore this up immediately.
Well, if this couldn't do it, I'm not sure much else could. And whatever I did, it seemed to be on accident.
He's going to roll an insight here. And you're going to roll a deception. That's what's happening.
I'm so excited.
Even my inspiration would have barely helped.
18.
2!
You got a 2.
He rolled a 2.
Yeah. So he stares at you for a moment. And he says, we just see him like get bleeped out. He's just like, bleep, and just like step back. He's just like, that was not what I wanted to hear. How can I fix a thing if I don't know what went wrong? All right, so Toity, I'm gonna need you to try to do that again. All right. So take out the Serpent's Glory. We're gonna experiment a little here. All right. So this is my friend. I call him number 6. So And he points to like the clay golem next to him.
It should have been number 5.
Should it? Is there?
Have you seen Short Circuit? Oh, it's about a robot that becomes sentient.
It can be number 5. It can be number 5.
And there's this wife like, no, disassemble number 5.
Yeah, it can be number 5 for reference sake. So he says, "This is number 5. I'm gonna need you to break him. All right, I'm gonna need you to take out the Serpent's Glory and the accident again. All right, because this is really important."
I think. I don't know what to do here. Like, do I actually do what I did before? Or do I not?
Gotta keep going with the lie. You just use the Serpent's Glory and have it not work.
That's honestly what I'm probably gonna do. As I'm probably just gonna go like, here's what I'll do. I'll try and do it. Oh, I know what I'll do. I'll try and do it normally because I can only do it once per day. And I mean, nothing's gonna happen.
Yeah. So you do this, Toity, and like literally nothing happens because you've already used it. So
you've already used it today?
Secret things. So
he's trying to use the Serpent's Glory today?
Secret things.
Wow.
Whatever. You guys aren't any fun. We're gonna leave.
We see Toity do nothing because he literally can't even like do it at all.
Wait a second, Caleb. I'm messaging you.
Okay, sounds good. I might be thinking wrong.
He actually used it yesterday, so he can try and use it again, but it still will fail because he's not using the stone. Is that what you're messaging, Seth? Because I figured out your secrets. I know your game.
Yes, Seth, because otherwise everything is gonna be good. So
I think okay, actually here, I'll message you this.
Brady sounds like a 1 minute man. I don't know what that means, but it sounds like some reference.
I know what it means, and
Caleb has no comment.
Yeah, I don't have a comment to that either.
It's all right, but
yeah, that's what I'm thinking. Yeah, that's what I'm thinking.
Okay, I was just trying to make sure that I was understanding.
Continuity corrected.
Okay. So like he'll just go like, and then he'll actually try and do it because he knows it won't do anything.
Yeah. So make a deception check with disadvantage because you're literally not doing anything.
No. I'm acting like I'm gonna do it, but I mean nothing's gonna happen.
Right, but even if you, so the thing is, even if you were to attempt to do it, the eyes would still glow. Like something would still happen.
Oh,
right.
I gotcha.
So make a deception check with disadvantage.
Well, I mean, he made one earlier and got an 18 and a 19.
It's true.
So we'll see.
Should I use my inspiration to make it a flat roll? I don't know if it's worth it. I could probably get my way out of it if I didn't, even if it doesn't happen.
DC 15.
DC 15? I might use my inspiration. I'll find a reason to have more inspiration later, probably. This is probably a good time to have it. Frack, it didn't matter.
So close. So he just is staring at you, and what do you? So you hold it up, nothing happens, and then what do you do?
I'll probably say like, oh yeah, I think I may have used this within the last 8 hours.
And he just he kind of like walks over to you.
Mm-hmm.
He like gets in real close and he says, crap. You're not even doing anything. Like literally nothing happened.
I can't do anything. It only works once every 8 hours.
So no, what actually, you used on Toity?
I was trying to make some...
Who do you need to charm? You didn't do it to me, did you?
No. I was messing around with some birds outside because I was frustrated. I was trying to see what it could work on. I'm kind of bored here.
Oh, come now. You can't be bored here. This is a land of wonder.
Wonder for you.
You can come down and visit. Toy, listen, if you're bored, come down here. Help me with experiments, all right? So I have this wonderful new thing that I think you'd be perfect for. I really do. I really think you'd be perfect for it. Do you want to try it? Experiment.
What is it?
So it's a belt.
Oh, I don't have a belt. That's true.
And well, let's just say that, and I really don't know what this is actually going to do because I just came up with this off the top of my head. Let me flip through the Dungeon Master's Guide very briefly.
It'd be belt of dwarven kind.
Yeah,
that already exists.
Ooh, this is interesting.
I've not been taking notes. I'm trying to remember everything that just happened.
A lot of things happened. Right, you're right, Butter Knives. I definitely planned this the whole time.
So much preparation, and for 90% of improv.
I mean, I have planned line for line everything that Raya says every time.
Yeah, every single time. Yep.
Mm-hmm. The roles are actually pre-planned.
Yeah, sorry. Man, you're not supposed to tell them that. You're ruining the magic.
That was a secret. I'm not big on secrets happening between friends. So I didn't realize something I was allowed to say.
Raya is 15 steps ahead. You're right.
True.
Right.
I think he says, oh, ooh.
Ooh, what you say?
There's so many interesting magic items, guys. Yeah, go ahead and jump on, Jordan.
Is it going to be?
Jump on, Jordan!
Jump
around.
Gosh. Sometimes even my improvisation just runs out. So
maybe we should take a break.
Maybe we should. Let's do that. That's actually a perfect idea. Let's take a break. And I'll figure out what. So he says some sort of crazy belt thing that some magic item that will do something probably horrible to you, but maybe gives you magic powers. But basically, what's the thing that you leave here with? Are you gonna try the thing again? Does he nail it down and say you have to try this again before you guys leave, sort of a thing? He's gonna corner you on that.
I guess I can try. I'll say wait. Let me wait till after it's recharged.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. So he's I'll hold you to that. I'll hold you to that, Toity. All right. I'll have this conversation again, and come down and try my belt sometime.
Well, no, I thought he was gonna have me try his belt now. We were just gonna take a break so you could.
Yeah. Probably.
Okay, whatever. It doesn't matter.
We'll figure it out.
You go to the bathroom anyway.
Yep. We'll be right back with more Terra Nullius right after this. Stick around.